I've been using Rakuten to save big while checking everything off my list. Whether I'm shopping for cozy Uggs, grabbing beauty gifts from Sephora, or picking up gadgets from Best Buy, I'm earning cash back while scoring amazing deals. With Rakuten, you can stack holiday sales and deals on top of cash back, maximizing your savings at over 3,500 stores. Join the 17 million members who are already saving. Start all of your holiday shopping at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving today. Your cash back really adds up. How are you doing?
I'm well. I've had a pretty relaxing day. I woke up and I cleaned my balcony, laundered the seat covers on the balcony furniture, and then I had a chat with someone I'm hiring on the tour, and then I went droning, and then I came back, and then I went to Target to buy some things because I was like, oh, this cleaning would have been easier if I had certain items. Maybe next time I'll have these items. Like I didn't have a mop bucket because I have a I have a Swiffer, like a wet Swiffer mop. So I've never actually had to.
I think that the technical term is a Swiffer wet jet.
A Swiffer wet jet. So I was like, I never had to like dunk anything, but I was like, oh, but we kept like splashing water on the balcony trying to get the gunk up.
Oh, you and Jacob did it together?
No, me and Camion did it.
Oh.
And we kept having to like fill up like this a pot, like a pot that we cook in, just running water from the sink to the porch and pouring it on the floor. And then I had 2 trash cans that I was going from the tub to the balcony with.
I get so weirded out about stuff like that. Like when I do things, like each thing has its own utility. Like for example, when Andy and I first met, he would like scrape, like he had if potato had wet food, he would like use like our regular dining spoons. I'm like, no, I had at that point I had a spoon I used only for Colleen stuff. It was like I call it like the pet spoon. Like for me, everything has a thing. And like,
did you wash the pet spoon?
Huh?
Did you wash the
pet spoon?
Yeah,
you watch it. I know that you're just washing it, but for me, I'm like, no. Colleen cannot use the human spoons. She uses the pet spoon.
We don't have any pets here, and it was literally just transporting water from the sink.
I get it.
I wasn't dunking the broom in the.
Okay.
I was just pouring water on the ground.
Okay. I thought you were using it to like wring out the mop and like blah blah blah. In my mind, I was like, no,
there is no mop. Again, there's a wet jet. So the wet. You wouldn't want to clean a porch with a wet jet. Like this is like
no way.
This is like dirt from the universe and the earth outside, like really caked on there. So I don't think a wet jet could get it. So we were actually using the broom to like and get into the little cracks and crevices, and then like pouring water on top of it, like hot water, and like scrubbing it up. So
when you put all that water in there, you obviously your porch has drainage. It just goes. Did your drainage go down the side of the building?
It goes into a gutter, and the gutter goes down the thing and goes into the street.
Because oftentimes you see in places like St. Lucia, like people, and sometimes in the more like in condominiums, like they would just have little holes at the bottom of the thing. The water, it's like because obviously it's an island, it rains there often. Like water, when there's a lot of water, it kind of just goes to like the little hole, but not into like a gutter.
They also have this in houses too. Any house that has a balcony or a roof, there's gutters. So if you go to your roof and clean your roof, you don't just throw the water.
I know
off
the roof.
Side.
But like a balcony,
but also balconies in houses also. Otherwise, you just have pools of water on your balcony. Also, porches have these as well.
No, I know what gutters are. I just trying to think.
Like, they're not just for condos.
When I had my old apartment, I guess I never had an apartment with a gutter. I never had an apartment with a balcony. I was never that lucky in New York.
I mean, I was at your apartment here in LA with a balcony.
Right, but I don't think I had a gutter.
No, because you had it was like
it just went off the side of the building.
But you had a gutter though. There was a gutter at the edge of it. Otherwise, it would drip into the people's home downstairs. So there was a gutter.
I don't think so.
You can always drive by and check.
I could. And now I don't live there anymore. I don't even care. I'll be like, hey guys.
But most of these places have gutters. Otherwise, the stuff would be dripping from your place to the people's place downstairs.
No, I get it. I just know there's some places that just like it's in St. Lucia, like a little drain, and the water just kind of goes to the thing that goes on the side of the building. Like if it was to rain, like the water just goes down the side of the building, like if it was raining.
Well, that would erode the building, or it would you would start to see like a wet, like mildewy stains coming from the drains.
And I think you'd often see that.
Oh, I've never been to St. Lucia, but in
you were invited last time I went.
Do what?
You were invited last time I went.
You mean when I was on the Madonna tour?
Yeah.
Oh,
you're still invited. You just want to know you were invited.
That's very convenient. All I had to do was just cancel my tour, and I too could have gone to St. Lucia.
You could have. Were you Madonna in September? No, you weren't. You went on Madonna in September.
September?
Yeah, you went on Madonna in September.
I was on tour still though.
On September 1st, this year, September 1st, you were not on tour.
Well, I've done several tours this year, but I can tell you, because I have my whole life on account, I can tell you exactly where I was September 1st. Here we go. September 1st, I was September 1st.
Do you remember the first night of September?
I was in Atlanta.
There you have it.
No, I was flying. I was in Memphis.
Oh,
I was at my family reunion.
Wow.
Jacob and I were flying back from Jacob came in and I were flying back from the family reunion in
What about your family in St. Lucia?
That you were invited to, actually.
What about your family in St. Lucia?
The one that you were invited to that one.
And what about your family in St. Lucia?
And I see you chose the family that meant the most to you.
You're damn right.
Wow. Aunt Hazel is an avid listener of our podcast. And Aunt Hazel, now you know where you stand with Monet Exchange, even though you rooted for her.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Since you're a big WWF girly, are you excited that Cindy McMahon is going to be the
Who the fuck is Cindy McMahon?
Is her name Cindy? Hold on.
You mean Stephanie McMahon?
Who was Vince McMahon's ex-wife or whatever?
Oh, Stephanie. I don't know. Stephanie McMahon is his daughter.
No, his wife.
Oh, I don't remember.
Well, one of the McMahons. She's gonna be the new Secretary of Education or whatever.
The McMahons are not really well regarded in the world of wrestling. I mean, to some people they are, but the McMahons, they even wrote themselves as heels on their own show.
As heels?
Heels, like bad guys.
I never heard that term. As a heel?
A heel is like a bad guy.
Okay.
So no, I mean, but no, I was never a fan of Vince, Shane, Stephanie, and I guess Cindy.
Vince McMahon wife.
She can't be a particularly young woman.
Linda McMahon.
How old is this woman?
Oh, they're still married.
How old is she?
76 years old.
Oof.
They're still married. Didn't Vince McMahon had like a whole like facelift? I remember I remember seeing pictures of him like, oh wow, he got wild.
What happened to Betsy DeVos?
I think she was ousted with the Biden administration.
But I mean, I don't think Trump is rehiring a single person from his former cabinet.
None of them. I mean,
he was like, they were all bad, which is crazy.
And what's crazier is all of the black people and people of color that was stumping for Trump and be like, he's gonna do this, but not a single person in that cabinet is a person of color. Not a single person. What's Chelsea?
No, Vivek Ramaswamy. And Vivek Ramaswamy.
I don't think Vivek is part of his. I don't think he's part of his cabinet at all.
I think he is. Jake, when you looked at it, I think Vivek was offered a position.
Betsy DeVos quit after the insurrection on January 6th.
Oh, wow. She stand for something.
I mean, she was also the lady who had never had kids in public school and was like, I'm going to fix education.
Well, apparently, what's his name? Ben Carson. No, I think this might be this is the old cabinet. But she also apparently.
Can you look up if Vivek has a position?
Well, he doesn't have a position yet. These are people he's nominating.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, if Vivek has been nominated for a position in something, yeah.
But what I was gonna say, and people are like, oh, well, at least Linda McMahon, she has a degree, blah, blah, blah. And found out she lied. She lied about the degree. She did not get this degree
Oh,
in whatever.
he's in that weird thing with Elon Musk that's named Doge.
Oh
That's
yeah,
what he's
he's the
doing.
Department of
Government insight or
Efficiency.
like efficiency.
The Department of Government Efficiency, the new department that they're starting.
Got it.
And also, I thought Trump was trying to shut down the Department of Education, so he's put Linda McMahon in front of him until he shuts it down.
I don't think it was department. It's something in something with schooling or whatever. And long story short, but she lied about getting this degree. She got a degree in like French, but she said, "Oh, I got it in higher education and something," but it was not in education. It was in like French language.
She studied French,
so the lies are already started. Anyway, we can't. I mean,
and there are also lots of criminals in there too. A lot of criminals. Or alleged criminals.
But I mean, it comes from the head, right? The head man in charge is a convicted felon, a sexual abuser.
34 times, honey.
34 counts of a sexual predator. Like what do you expect the people around him
to be clear, it's not 34 counts of sexual predation.
No. These are separate things. It's a separate.
Okay, found civilly liable for sexual assault. And 34 felony counts for misappropriating campaign funds and for hiding the and for misfiling or something with government paperwork. And also lost a lot of lawsuits, like or settled on a couple of fraud lawsuits and lost a couple of fraud lawsuits. And the only reason he was not found guilty for criminal charges on his sexual assault charges is because the statute of limitation had gone away. Because in New York City, there's a statute of limitation on sexual assault, which is kind of wild.
I don't understand why that is a thing. I don't understand why
it's a new law.
And they should not. It should not. Did that law get burnt? No, the statute of limitations has been something around for a while.
The statute of limitations on sexual assault in New York is new.
Yeah, but I mean, like in general, there shouldn't be. If anyone commits a crime, there shouldn't be no statute that it doesn't matter anymore because enough time has passed. Like, no.
Well, I disagree. There are some laws where the statute of limitation, I think it makes sense. Like if you have a parking ticket 7 years ago, then there should be no.
Well, I mean, felonious things, right? Like things like.
I also feel like certain amounts of theft, like theft under a certain amount, like if you steal a TV, you shouldn't be able to get me 20 years later for stealing a TV from Walmart. I don't personally think so.
I disagree. Like you stole it. Like that doesn't. If you don't do the restitution or whatever it is to make it up, like you still did the crime.
I don't know you're so hard on crime.
No, it's just that because when I think about sexual crime, when I think about like sexual assault, I'm like, if someone raped someone.
Well, I agree with
years ago, and
there are no statute of limitations on murder and sexual assault on minors.
Yeah,
and some states don't have. Some states I don't believe have statute of limitations on sexual assault, but New York does.
And also, we should say, in the wake of everything happening and all going on, California is making steps to be a sanctuary city for queer people. In whatever this next 4 years might be, if you need gender affirming care or
a sanctuary state.
Say it again.
You said California's a sanctuary city.
Oh, state. Sorry, yeah, for all that stuff. So, and anyone who's living in a city that you feel like you will be targeted or you won't be able to get the things you need, just know, in case you didn't see it, I don't know, but California is making steps to be a sanctuary state for queer people.
But also, we can't just have every liberal person flee these towns because then we will never get our votes back. If all the libs, if they own the libs, and they all moved to California, New York, and Minnesota, then we will never get the presidency back.
I agree, but I don't live in those states. So I can't imagine. Like I know I could not live in a state that was that hard on queer identity. Like I could not live there. So I can't speak to people who live there and have to deal with that every day and live in a small red town that you literally hate your existence because every day feels like you're waking up in hell. I can't imagine what that would be like. And I know I could literally never. I could never.
I have lived in a few states that are like that. I lived in Georgia, I lived in Alabama, and I lived in Mississippi. And it wasn't. I mean, I moved, but I didn't necessarily move because I'm queer. I moved because of the career that I wanted to have, and because I wanted to move to New York City, and I wanted to, yada yada yada. Um, but I think that there are lots of people who also have a sense of ownership for where they live. In fact, let's talk more about it when I get back. When we get back,
Not when we get back, bitch.
I don't know if you're coming back.
Especially doing what you.
But I think that a lot of people have a sense of ownership for like where they live and sense of pride, and they have property, and some people just can't get up and move, and some people are like, I don't want to move, and that's my feeling about a lot of folks talking about how they're going to escape the U.S. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not leaving. I feel like me and my family have too much invested in this country to be like, I'm just going to go. No, I'm staying. I'm staying here.
And when you lived in those really red towns, did you also live in did you live in a really conservative district district neighborhood where you couldn't be yourself and you couldn't like exist?
I mean, I go to a conservative place all the time, and I've always been myself. And there are lots of people
when you were living, I'm talking about Alabama and
yeah, when I lived there, yeah. I mean, but I've always been very myself, and there are lots of people in these towns who are very themselves. And yes, it is a bit of a risk. I was in college living in Columbus, Georgia, which is pretty red. It is a military town. It is one of the largest military bases in America. It's got they don't call it Fort Benning anymore. They've changed the name. Jake, can you look up what they call Fort Benning to? Fort Benning is something now. I found out that it was named after some like Confederate bippity bop boop. But it's like the home of the Rangers. Fort Moore, the home of the airborne Rangers and the airborne and the infantry. So it's Columbus, Georgia, which is where I was born, is a pretty conservative town. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just know for me, I could not live in a town where I felt threatened to be myself. I couldn't be myself. I didn't see a lot of other people like me. I had to hide. I can't have this. I can't have that. And especially with how egregious it sounds like it's going to get over the next couple of years. Although, I mean, I know I don't want us to become a fucking political podcast, but we do talk politics here a lot. It's just who we are. But I know in 2 years we have a chance to make a change with the midterms. So I guess not really 4 years we have to wait for, because now, bitch, you got you judicial, legislative, and the executive. So he does have all. I mean, yes, he cannot have the judicial, but it is a majority conservative judicial branch, which is the Supreme Court. But in the midterms, we can hopefully change the Senate and the Congress the Senate and the House of Representatives if we don't like what's going on.
And I want to be clear too. A lot of people who live in, I feel like I'm like defending the South here, but a lot of folks who live in the South, they're not like living in, like some people, there is fear, but it's not like, as someone who spent a lot of time in a lot of small towns, both living and working, I think there's this narrative that like queer people just cannot come out the door. They cannot be themselves. They are hiding. They don't speak. They keep their head down. They walk out the door and they act straight. There is a lot there. These towns genuinely, even these small towns, they have queer communities and people who get together and work on things. I mean, I really learned this a lot doing We're Here, being in a lot of these small towns and being like, wow, there's a whole ass queer community here in St. George, Utah, which is a very conservative state. I found this booming drag community there. And then not only that, but when the Mormons tried to shut us down, there was a lot of support, like so much support coming out and uplifting these voices and making sure that people could have their voices heard and be seen and feel accepted. So small towns aren't just like, you fucking fags and trans people better get the fuck out of this town, and you blacks too. There is a lot of that, but there is genuinely some support. It's just not as overwhelming. Like I was driving around today and I was like, God damn, is everyone in LA gay? Are there straight people in LA? It's not like that. It's certainly not like that. But Columbus, Georgia isn't a sundown town.
Yeah, and I don't think, I know for me, I don't think small towns are like that. I think a lot of people are just thinking ahead to the future, what it may look like in the next 2 to 4 years. I think, I've driven through the South and I've done gigs in not ultra conservative like St. George, what you're talking about, or some of the places, Spartanburg, whatever you've been to, We're Here, but I've been to conservative places before, and I know it's not like that, because at the bottom line, this is still America. People have the right to exist how they want to and live their lives. But I think
kind of
going forward in what we see the country, or what, honestly, just believing what these conservative governors and senators and representatives and mayors what they're saying, I think people are just nervous for what our country in these super conservative places might become, not necessarily what they are right now, you know?
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think a lot about people who live in Florida, which is certainly a conservative hub, but Florida is also gay. Florida is gay. Every time I'm in Florida, I'm like, God damn, this is gay.
You have Key West and Fort Lauderdale and Orlando and stuff, but I mean, I've spent a lot of time weirdly enough, in like Tampa a lot, and Tampa's also pretty gay too. Well, not pretty gay, but Tampa is not Orlando.
Tampa, everywhere I go is gay.
Tampa is not like
gay.
Tampa is not like the Key West. Excuse me. You know what I found about Miami? Go ahead.
I want to be in Key West one time in my life, though. You know, key lime pie was invented in Key West. Ugh. You don't like key lime pie?
I fucking hate lemony, limey desserts. I don't like a lemon tart. I don't like a key lime pie. I hate that taste. You like that?
I love key lime pie. The original key lime pie does not taste like what you get at restaurants, though. Like when I was in Key West, I had key lime pie, and it's good, but it's a very different texture. It's not like custardy. It's a little more gritty, but it was still good. It was still very good, though.
I also don't fancy a fruit and chocolate, like a dark forest cake.
No, I'm not really a big. Well, I like chocolate covered strawberries.
I do. I could do that, but like
and
a cake.
Bananas and pineapples.
Chocolate covered bananas are demonic.
Have you ever had edible arrangements with chocolate on it?
Yeah, but I only eat the strawberries. I would not eat a chocolate covered pineapple.
Yeah, they're good. I like them.
I think I don't like citrus and chocolate together. Like, you know, people eat like orange chocolate.
Is a pineapple a citrus?
Yes.
It is? I didn't know that.
Oh, no, it's not. Is it a citrus? I don't know. Maybe it's a citrus.
You sounded so. Is pineapple a citrus fruit? Pineapple is a tropical plant that is native. Okay, that's not an answer. Is pineapple, although pineapples have quite a bit of common with citrus fruits, they are not actually related to one another. No one can blame you for thinking otherwise, but it turns out that pineapple is not a type of citrus fruit, not even a distant cousin, in fact.
What other foods do you not like?
Little thing was written in Yahoo. Say again?
What other foods do you like? Andy has a running list of foods I don't like.
Food that I do like that I don't like.
That you don't. What don't you like?
I don't like olives. I don't like mushrooms.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's see. Olives. I don't like olives either, and I do not like mushrooms. Although, Bob, there's a place in LA called Bavel. They have these, and I don't like fucking mushrooms. Andy ordered them and tricked me, and he was like, "Oh, this is like the fried chicken thing." I was like, "We ordered fried chicken." He's like, "Yeah, these fucking mushrooms, they tasted like fried chicken." I was gagged.
I don't believe you because I went to a restaurant one time, and the lady was like, it was a vegan restaurant, and I was like, okay. I mean, I eat vegan sometimes, and the lady was like, "Oh, this is our new." I was like, "I'll just have this." She goes, "Well, we have this protein or this meat substitute that's made from mushrooms." And I said, "Oh, I don't like mushrooms." She goes, "No, it does not taste like mushrooms." I said, "But it's made of mushrooms." She goes, "No, I'm telling you, this tastes nothing like mushrooms." Like everyone's always like, "Wow, this is made of mushrooms," and I was like, just to be clear, I really don't like mushrooms. Like I genuinely do not like mushrooms. She's like, "No, I'm telling you, this does not taste like mushrooms." I said, "Okay, I'm trusting you." I ordered it. It showed the table. I ate it. I said, "I got to be honest, this tastes like mushrooms." And she goes, "Well, it's made of mushrooms." I was like, she's like, "Well, yeah, I mean, it's made of mushrooms." And I was like, "See, I feel like you were advocating for how much it does not taste like mushrooms. And now I'm sitting here with a mouthful of mushrooms and I'm mad at you."
Bob, as someone who I do not like mushrooms in a boat. I do not like mushrooms with a goat. I don't like mushrooms either. I tasted this thing and I was like, now again, I know what fried chicken is, right? It is not, you're not going to be like, "Oh, this is fried chicken." But the knowledge of knowing it was something different, I was like, but it did not taste much for me. I was very shocked, and I hate mushrooms. I don't like olives.
I'm triggered. I feel like I'm back in that restaurant in East LA, sitting down, looking at this woman, looking me in the face, swearing it would taste nothing like mushrooms. And then I sit here, and now I'm sitting here with a mouth riddled with mushrooms.
Did you swallow it?
Riddled.
Did you swallow it?
Yeah, I mean, I had one bite. but I didn't finish it. Though. It was like a breakfast spot.
Do you like octopus?
No.
Me either. Oh my god, we're such platonic life partners.
Or squid.
I don't like squid, mushrooms. I mean, squid, octopus, calamari. None of that. I don't like that.
No, and I'm also not interested in eating your pasta with squid ink in it either. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, same. What about marshmallows?
I like marshmallows.
I don't fuck with marshmallows. I don't like marshmallows.
I like the dehydrated marshmallows. I like the fluffy marshmallows. I don't get to do it very often, but I really enjoy toasting marshmallows and then peeling off the little thing, eating that, and then toasting it again. I really love that. I love a s'more.
I could do it more, but my ratio of marshmallow to chocolate has to be like 4-1. I need like 4 chocolate for 1 marshmallow.
No, graham cracker, chocolate bar, marshmallow, chocolate bar, graham cracker.
I need 2 chocolate
marshmallow
bars.
is incredibly thick.
I need 2 chocolate bars smushing the marshmallow. I cannot have too much more. Or what I would do is I would cut the marshmallow into like a quarter and then have the 2 chocolates. I need to be like a marshmallow for me. I can't.
I don't like s'more flavored things. I like s'mores, but I do not like s'more flavored things.
What about the s'more flavored Pop-Tarts? I used to love those Pop-Tarts were next level.
You know, if your favorite Pop-Tart isn't one of the fruit flavors, I don't trust your judgment on taste and stuff. If you tell me your favorite flavor Pop-Tart is cinnamon or chocolate,
I love the cinnamon one.
Then I'm like, I don't think we're gonna agree on a lot of things because like the best flavors of Pop-Tarts are fruit. They're all fruit. The ones with the jelly.
The cherry or the blueberry?
Strawberry.
Can I tell you, when things are flavored strawberry or cherry, they taste the same.
No, cherry tastes like medicine. Because if you grew up taking Dimetapp elixir like I did, cherry anything is medicine. Everything that's cherry flavored is medicine without fail.
I disagree.
Every single time.
I disagree. I'm
like, this is a Dimetapp flavored Pop-Tart.
Moving on. Do you like shellfish, like scallops, mussels?
I don't eat any shellfish.
Okay, I don't eat any shellfish except shrimp. I'll eat shrimp.
I will have like a deep fried mini shrimp, but if it's jumbo, if the bread to shrimp ratio is a lot of shrimp and a little bread, I will eat popcorn shrimp.
I like a popcorn shrimp. Okay, what is it?
But the coconut shrimp or the jumbo shrimp, no. Crab, no.
I don't like crab either, but I would do a crab cake. That's because it's mixed with so many other things. Like, you're barely getting crab. But people that just eat, like, they go to the buffet and just having like fucking crabs. Ugh.
I've had a crab cake before. When I used to work at Ruby Tuesday, we had really great crab cakes. And I remember eating one being like, I don't love this, but everyone loved the crab cakes at Ruby Tuesday. I was like, okay, I'll try it.
Yeah.
Also, they had a great white bean chicken chili. They had a great white bean chicken chili.
What about tomatoes?
I like tomatoes when they are diced, not sliced. I do not like slices of tomato under any circumstances. I don't want it on my burger. I don't want it on my sandwich. I do not want tomato slices, like cherry tomatoes in my salad. It can be diced. It has to be cubed.
Bob, like, I don't like them on my burger. I don't like them on a finger.
I don't like sliced tomatoes. They have to be diced.
I think Jacob was just listing things. So, okay, this is what Jacob has listed: mayonnaise, sushi, ramen.
Well, let's go through one by one. I do not like mayonnaise.
Like, at all.
At all.
How
I don't
do you
like
get
mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah, we talked about this. About you getting.
Nor do I like aioli.
Well, I just understand we talked about. So, okay, you were going to tell me you have a turkey and cheese sandwich. Where's the lubrication? I
don't eat a lot of deli meat. Like I don't have cold cuts very often. I'm very rarely eating cold cuts.
When you used to live in New York and you went to the deli to get a sandwich, you never got a cold cut sandwich?
I always got breakfast sandwiches. I always got sausage.
You never had a deli cut sandwich?
I do not like deli meat. I don't dislike it, but I'm just not into deli meat. So I would usually get either a sausage, egg, and cheese on a croissant, or I would get a burger with fries.
Okay, let's get into sushi. Do you fucks with sushi?
I like sushi, but I like vegetable sushi or California rolls. I'm a sushi wimp. I'm not that big chunk of when the fish is on top.
Nigiri.
I can't.
Oh, is that nigiri? I think that's nigiri or sashimi.
What you call me?
Let's take a break. I'll tell you what I called you.
We're gonna find out.
The holidays are right around the corner, and if you're anything like me, the shopping list seems to be getting longer and longer. Girl, every year I got new people to buy gifts for. Are they buying gifts for me? We shall see. But anyway, that's why I've been using Rakuten to save big while checking everything off my list. Whether I'm shopping for cozy Uggs, grabbing beauty gifts from Sephora, or picking up gadgets from Best Buy, I'm earning cash back while scoring amazing deals. Here's the best part. With Rakuten, you can stack holiday sales and deals on top of cash back, maximizing your savings at over 3,500 stores. And during the holiday season, cashback rates are at a high, girl, an ultimate high. Some stores are offering up to 15% cash back. Here's how it works. Your favorite stores like Nike, Adidas, or Macy's pay Rakuten to send them shoppers. Then Rakuten shares a portion of that money with you, either via PayPal or check. It's a simple way to earn cash back on everything from fashion and beauty to electronics and travel and so much more. Rakuten even takes the guesswork out of finding savings. They automatically find the best deals, sales, and coupon codes just for you. Little old you, saving both time and money, which are both very valuable. And the best part, membership is completely free and signing up couldn't be any easier. So why would you not make your holiday shopping work for you? Join the 17 million members who are already saving. Start all of your holiday shopping at Rakuten.com or download the Rakuten app to start saving today. Your cashback really adds up.
Hey everyone, if you know me, you know I adore my handbags and I always strive to keep them looking pristine. I've just discovered Curate, the ultimate solution for protecting and preserving my purse collection, ensuring they stay beautiful and last forever. Think about it. You clean and maintain your shoes, your car, even your body. So why not give your luxury bags the same care? These bags are an investment. And with Curate, you can make them last a lifetime. Plus, if you ever decide to resell, Curate helps keep your bags in perfect condition so you can get top dollar. In today's world, where overconsumption is a big issue, it is crucial to make things last as long as possible. By taking care of our handbags with Curate, we can do just that. There's a limited supply available, so head to mycurate.com to get your leather care kit today. That's MyCuire.com. MyCurate.com to get your leather care kit today. The best way to make your handbags last forever.
PSA for anyone who rents. If you haven't heard of Built, you're about to thank your girl. Did you know you can earn points on your rent payments? Yes, you can earn points that you can use toward your flights, hotel stays, fitness classes, and even your next rent payment. And the best part, you don't even have to check your landlord to get started. Let me explain how it works. There's no cost to join Built. And as a member, you'll earn valuable points on rent and your everyday spending. Plus, those Built points can be transferred to over 500 airlines and 700,000 hotels and properties worldwide. You can also redeem them toward a future rent payment or unique experiences available only to Built members. So, if you're not earning points on rent, my question is, why not? Start earning points on rent you're already paying by going to joinbuilt.com/rivalry. That's JOINBILT.com/rivalry. Make sure to use our URL though, so they know we sent you. Joinbuilt.com/rivalry to start earning points on your rent payments today. But I only like salmon rolls. I'm not doing yellowtails. I'm not doing tuna rolls. I'm only having salmon rolls, like a spicy salmon roll. There was that place in New York, I forget the name of it. It's called Mama something, and they used to do like the cool
Mama Fungo?
No, it was up by me. It was like they'll do like sushi rolls, but it'll be out of like burger meat and like chicken and like pork belly, stuff like that. It was like a new way to do it. It was like Dominican Japanese.
I would probably
fusion.
eat that.
Yeah, it was good.
I would probably eat that.
It was good.
But I also love cucumber rolls and sweet potato rolls. I love vegetarian vegan sushi. I really like that a lot.
No.
And I'm really heavy on the soy sauce and the wasabi. Like if you're not putting wasabi on your sushi, what are you doing?
Yeah, a little bit was wasabi.
To be honest,
and
it's
ginger.
kind of just a vehicle for me to eat wasabi and soy sauce.
Well, that's the thing. That thing that wasabi, when you put wasabi on something and then you get that kick with that hot, spicy kick through your nose. Oh, that shit, bitch, that's like fucking, that's like ice in my fucking veins. I love that feeling.
That's stronger than ivermectin.
Let's talk about cheeses. Do you fuck with goat cheese? What cheeses do you not fuck with?
I don't like brie.
Agreed.
I don't like soft wheel cheeses.
Agreed.
I like goat cheese. I'll have goat cheese.
I don't fuck with goat cheese.
I don't like cottage cheese.
Don't like cottage cheese.
But the cheese of cheeses is a sharp cheddar.
A sharp cheddar is good. A sharp cheddar or a Gouda. Gouda is like cheddar's cousin.
It's a little soft though, isn't it?
It's a little softer, but it has that same bite to it a little. But when I say softer, it's like the difference between your elbow skin and your arm skin.
I do love blue. Oh, your elbow skin. I do love blue cheese a lot.
I like a blue cheese. I don't like a feta. Feta's too salty. I can't eat feta cheese.
I love feta cheese. Like in a lasagna. You want a lasagna without feta cheese?
That's not feta cheese. That's ricotta cheese in the lasagna, bitch.
Oh, ricotta.
Yo, so passionate. This thing is so confident.
Well, the idea of a lasagna without ricotta would be really crazy.
Well, here's the thing about, because like in my mind, Thanksgiving is such a specific like thing of food, right? But I guess Thanksgiving, based on your Americanness or what your family is different for everyone. Like, I guess some people will really be having lasagna for Thanksgiving.
I've never had a lasagna for Thanksgiving.
But I think if
I would love one.
If you're an Italian family doing Thanksgiving, I assume there's lasagna and there's more like they're not making collard greens and oxtails and shit,
Well, I don't know. I mean, I went to Jacob's Thanksgiving. They're not Italian, but they are white. And wait, did I go to your family's Thanksgiving? Or did I make that up?
I think you made that up. I don't remember that.
I went to Passover. Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah, and that's a different holiday, Bob.
I know. I went to Passover. Have I been to someone's white's house for Thanksgiving?
I went to.
We hosted Thanksgiving. We hosted Thanksgiving at our New York City apartment. So technically,
that's a half white one.
To be fair, we're not white,
but half of y'all is.
We're not white. You're white. You're white. Oh. But also, me and Jacob didn't cook anything. No, that's not true. I did make some great those sliders.
Those fucking sliders, y'all. And if y'all know anything about Bob was unsettled until I had one of the sliders.
Well, it was all of the ingredients in the slider were delicious. It was a turkey, gravy, mashed potato slider. We want to be clear here. They're on the whole. Were they on Hawaiian rolls? I can't remember.
They were on Hawaiian rolls
with turkey. Guys, this is delicious. Turkey, gravy, mashed potato.
Why are you saying that?
What more you want? Because I'm just invoking my. I was watching this video today of these on Jubilee. Jubilee's moved on from their political content. And they had one where they were doing 5 they do like odd one out where they'll bring in like a bunch of Christians, but one person is not a Christian. You have to find who's not the Christian.
I never seen those.
This time they had one where they were trying to find out who is the black guys. A bunch of white guys. The concept is they're all wearing blindfolds and all you can hear is their voices. And you have to find out who is not white, who is the black person. But they're all blindfolded and they're all black. Everyone is black and they're all acting white. And that shit was sending me.
Well, I mean, I think I'm a pretty good guess of someone who, like, if they're black or white from their voice.
Well, obviously these guys are affecting their voices.
No, I'm saying just like regular.
They're all trying to act white. Like it's 5 guys. Yeah. The point of this is there's one person who's obviously pretending. Like the one person who will be like, so typically there has been one where they have a person they have done it for real, and then the one black person is just acting white and trying to fool them. Or it'll be 5 women and then one man, like one cisgender straight man, or at least a cisgender man acting like he's a woman, but everyone's wearing blindfolds.
Mikey.
And you have to just guess who the woman is.
Mikey was at my house or something with Jacob. I think they were going to the beach for Andy's thing. And Mikey answered the phone and I was like, I wish I had Mikey's voice back when I was had Trey in my 20s. I would
Mikey
have
has a
been
very
breaking
soft
it
voice.
in.
Mikey has a very, very soft voice. Hello?
And I was like, hello.
Hi.
Wait,
Hi,
okay, can I
Monet.
hear your voice? Can I hear your lady voice?
I don't have a lady voice.
Can you try?
And I think ladies have voices like this. I just want to be
You
very
know
clear.
what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I do know. And I'm clocking you.
Do a high pitched voice of a typical AFAB person.
If I was going to do a lady voice, I'd do one of these here lady voices. Because I do believe that this is actually a voice that a lady would use or a lady would have, but a woman with an affected voice.
Ooh,
There are ladies
that is bad for your vocal cords. Stop that.
Okay, I have Mikey Grande here right now doing his woman voice for you.
Hi. Didn't you just think Ariana Grande's performance in the Wicked movie was just darling?
Also, Mikey is just speaking.
Oh, they're laughing.
Hello?
They said you're just speaking. Sorry, I'm wearing headphones. I'm realizing.
Wait, can Mikey hear us?
Wait, give me 1 second. He can if you give me. There we go.
Hi,
Now he
Mikey.
can hear you.
Oh, wait, that's not gonna be on, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Don't do that.
So we were just talking about you, and if y'all want to follow Mikey on oh, okay, Jacob, we'll let Mikey go because you didn't prepare for the headphones free. But if you want to follow Mikey, Jacob, please mute. If you want to follow Mikey, you can follow Mikey over on Mr. Grande over on. You're probably already following Mikey. Mikey has a ton of followers, so you're probably already following this thing.
Yeah, Mikey does. Mikey is that girl.
Jacob, can you thank Mikey for us, but tell him we had some technical reason why we couldn't talk at the same time.
Tell me.
Let me hear your lady voice.
My lady voice is like more like this. I'm like so okay, back in there, like, hey, hey Poppy, what's up? Yeah, you want me to come over later? What time? All right.
Why were you Puerto Rican? Why was you Puerto Rican?
Am I Puerto Rican because I said Poppy?
No, because you have a New York accent. You're affecting a New York accent.
No, I'm not.
You're like, yeah, Poppy, you want me to come over or whatever? Like, come over or whatever.
No, I'm not.
You fully was Puerto Rican.
No, I said, hey, Poppy, what's up? What's good? You want to come over? Yeah. Does that sound feminine? Does that sound like a lady?
You know, I don't have a good gauge for what sounds feminine and what doesn't, because I don't know. I can't tell anymore. Like, I genuinely have lost the ability to tell, because I would like, that sounds like a lady's voice to me, and someone else would be like, that doesn't sound like a lady's voice. And I mean, in my mind, if I'm speaking this way, it sounds feminine. And sometimes women have deeper voices, but this is not like, obviously this is much higher than my voice normally sounds. And if I'm going to have to affect a lady's voice, then I will change my cadence and the way that I speak. And I try to laugh a little more.
Wow,
but I don't know.
You think women are always laughing?
No, I think that women do often laugh to placate men so they don't get hurt. Yeah.
Wow.
I do believe that women laugh so that men don't.
You're right. You're right.
Attack them. So yeah, a lot of times I will affect my voice in this way, just to make sure if I'm, I've never really had the need to try to do a woman's voice. But the truth is I can't tell if this does sound like a woman speaking or not. I literally can't tell.
You sound like a really nervous woman. You sound like you're trying to rush the conversation.
I'm not nervous. I'm really comfortable with you. My best friend is gay. And he watches RuPaul's Drag Show. I love that show.
RuPaul's Drag Race, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry. RuPaul's Drag Race. I love that show. It's so good. Is it still airing? Is it still on?
Is it still airing? It's literally the most successful Emmy Award-winning show of all time.
Oh my God, that's amazing. I love that. Keep winning, girl. Girl, you better slay. You're gonna be Diva Boots.
Where is that from? Oh, popular.
There's this. I think she's
you
British,
it, right?
Yeah, Diva. It was like if Wicked was written today. Diva Boots. You're gonna be Diva Boots. Honey, work, sachet. Better cut today. I can't remember her name, but type in Diva Boots and you'll find her on TikTok. I can't vouch for how funny she is, but that one thing is very funny. So I can't be like, you're gonna love this content, but that one was very funny. I can't vouch for that one. For sure.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Andy's knocking on the door a second.
What's your Thanksgiving dish you're gonna prepare for everyone?
I'm not doing
The one that's gonna gag the girlies.
I'm not doing anything. Andy and I were going to
I don't mean this Thanksgiving. I mean the one when you gag the girlies.
Oh, okay. I can make a really great macaroni and cheese. Really great macaroni and cheese. Like, very good. You know Mark Lamont Hill?
No.
He's a not political. He's this, I don't know. He's a journalist, really popular Black journalist. He works at like the
I believe you. I just don't know him.
Okay.
I believe you.
And he does this thing every year. Like, what's the one thing that everybody loves at Thanksgiving that you don't really fuck with? And his is macaroni and cheese. He doesn't like macaroni and cheese. I'm like, what? Who doesn't like? Everyone loves macaroni and cheese. Everyone.
You know what really irritates me?
What?
When it's not macaroni.
When it's like
penne or fucking tortellini. I'm like, this isn't macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
This isn't. Macaroni is a kind of noodle.
Yeah.
If you can't stick a feather in your hat and call it that, then it's not macaroni.
I can't.
No one goes stuck a feather in his hat and called it linguine, Yankee Doodle. That's not what they say.
Well, imagine making macaroni and cheese with like a linguine. Diabolical. You should be executed.
Now, when you make a penne and cheese, because I will not call it mac and cheese, it's quite delicious because it goes through the tunnel. Macaroni is a little too small for the cheese to actually get inside the noodle, but the actual like thick parts of cheese can get caught in the penne, which is quite delicious.
Penne, what's the penne noodle? Oh, that's like the
the tubes that are usually cut on an angle.
No, you got to use corkscrews because corkscrews, they go like this. So when the cheese melts in there, you get pockets of like cheese like inside the noodle. That's good.
It's called corkscrew noodles?
Corkscrew noodles, yes, that's one.
This doesn't sound Italian at all.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, where's the corkscrew?
No, it's called rigatoni.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
That looks like a corkscrew, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. The one, it's hollow inside. It's not just flat. It's hollow inside, and it go around.
That's not flat.
Jacob, can you scroll? That is flat. That's like a flat. That's like a fettuccine turn, like twisted.
Corkscrew noodle. Hold on. Corkscrew noodles. They're called calitani.
Calitani.
Noodles. Yeah, they're called.
Interesting.
Is that what they're called? Or is that the brand? You're gonna be diva boots. I cannot. This is gonna be stuck on my head until the end of time. I've done myself.
Okay, what's the dish you're making that will turn the girlies out?
I know it's called cavatappi.
Cavatappi.
I can't cook, but I saw a recipe online for mac and cheese, and I think that I can make it better than yours. I just saw one, and I was like, I can make this.
Bob, I'm not even going to challenge you because at this rate, I'm gone January. You're busy. We're never going to do it
year round.
What?
Mac and cheese can be made year round. It's not Thanksgiving food.
I know, but all these things are stacking up, and with your schedule and my schedule, we're never going to do them.
We'll do it on Saturday when I get back. We'll do it. We'll cook on Saturday.
Okay.
On Saturday.
Okay.
A week from today.
Okay.
And 1 week from today.
And you think you can make a better macaroni and cheese than me?
Without
you
practice.
don't even cook.
I think I can.
But you don't.
But I think I can make a better mac and cheese than you. I saw this recipe online and it looked easy.
And who's going to be the taste tester?
Who do you want it to be?
I think we get someone we know who'll be honest. Well, she can't eat it, so no. Kim. Kim is a food connoisseur. Kim is going to be our taste tester.
Kim would be good.
Kim would be great. Naomi can't eat dairy.
We need 3 people. It can't all come down to one person. That could just be a matter of
I feel like we should bring Sherry Vine back.
Oh, bitch, are you flying her to LA? Oh no, she's here.
We could also we could have Zach Noe Towers, Kim Chi, and a white person, Asian person, and a black person.
We can get
Camion.
We can get Marvin. We can get Amber. We can get Jasmine.
We can get Day.
We could have Day. Yeah. Well, no, Day. Let's use someone who likes to do social media. maybe
Amber.
Jasmine.
Amber, Jasmine. Yeah.
Amber or Jasmine can come by and do it. So that way, we're gonna have 3 people on Saturday. Monet, I don't want to hear no backpedaling. I don't want to hear no I couldn't go shopping. I don't want to hear no I didn't have time.
Well, let me look at
I don't want to hear that.
Just say yes. Let me see.
I don't want to hear no I got busy.
Saturday the what? Saturday
the big Bob Boop.
Saturday the 30th. I fly back Saturday, so Saturday might be the
Same. So what's the problem?
But I
Same.
don't think I get back till late.
Same.
And,
so what's
and
the
we're
problem?
podcasting. We're podcasting on that day. Hopefully.
I think this is the episode.
No, but
Darling.
I was gonna do it virtually in the morning. But we did Saturday or Sunday. Sunday
You're already
will be better.
backing down. You're already backing down.
I'm not.
She's backpedaling, Your Honor.
Whatever.
I can see the fear in your eyes. That being said, I make a pretty good stuffing, actually.
And what do you
I saw this thing online that's going viral of people make White Castle stuffing.
White Castle?
Yeah, it's like this thing. People are like, why are white people making White Castle stuffing? Which I think some people online are just making food to make people angry. But I could see, honestly, everyone kept being like, it looks gross. I'm like, I could see this actually being tasty. It's just bread, meat. It's like,
like
it's
White
just
Castle,
stuffing.
like a White Castle burger, like the contents of that.
Yeah, you buy White Castle and you turn it into stuffing. And I was like, I like White Castle burgers. I could see this being good.
I mean, I like White Castle. Can I? Actually, no, I would be into that. Actually, that sounds good.
But everyone kept acting like it was so great. I was like, honestly, this doesn't seem that bad to me. Everyone kept being like, this shit look. I was like, I just don't know if it's gonna be that bad. It seemed like it might actually be all right.
Yeah.
Call me crazy.
Yeah.
Call me now.
Oh my God, Miss Cleo, didn't she die?
She is no longer with us.
Damn.
And she wasn't really Jamaican. I think she's from Austin. And I think she did some tax evasion or something.
Cranberry sauce. I think cranberry sauce, in my opinion, is one of the nastiest things that is part of Thanksgiving. It's never been a tradition in my family to have a cranberry sauce. I don't like particular cranberry sauce. And people always say, oh, the ones that have the ridges on it from the can, that's the best one.
I wouldn't call it the nastiest thing.
Not for me.
I don't particularly care for cranberry sauce, but I have added it, and it has a nice tartness. It gives a real punchiness to your meal. But I don't mix in cranberry sauce. But I do aesthetically prefer the one from the can. I think it looks nicer than the bowl of slop.
It's not slop. It's just a made cranberry sauce. What do you mean slop? So you want the one that just standing there jiggling like this on the table?
No, you cut it. You cut it, and it's laying, and you it comes out of the can. You cut it into slices, and you pull a whole slice over to your plate. You don't. Everyone's not hacking at it themselves. You chop it up, and you can like either put it in like a spiral or something, and you pull a disc of cranberry sauce over to yourself.
Mm-mm.
I think it just looks nicer than the bowl of Jell-O.
It's not Jell-O.
I know, but it looks like. I know it's not slop. It's not Jell-O. It looks like a bowl of Jell-O. It looks like a bowl of very thick Jell-O that's been mushed up. So I'm like, put it in I think it looks better, and I think the can looks better to me, in my opinion.
The can.
And also, I will say this too. Y'all might come for me for this one, but some of y'all cornbread is not good, and just give me Jiffy. Like if you're gonna be out here making cornbread that's not great, just give me Jiffy. I don't need your family recipe. Like it might only be good to your family. Now there are times where there has been some genuinely good cornbread, but cornbread, I don't think people are often talking about how often and how quickly cornbread can go south. Because there are some very sweet cornbreads, then you have some like more plain, and then some savory cornbreads. I prefer a sweet cornbread.
I did not grow up in a cornbread family. Only cornbreads I've had have been in soul food spots. So my family I didn't grow up in a cornbread home.
Do you like cornbread?
I do like cornbread. I do like a good cornbread. And also,
you prefer them sweet or not?
I don't have a preference either or. I've been to, soul food spots that they do both. And as long as I don't find a good food. If it's going to be good.
So you've never had Jiffy?
I don't know if I've had Jiffy. I don't know where the place I've eaten it, they made Jiffy, but I know it's just cornbread. But I've never made Jiffy.
You know, like, I mean, you wouldn't because you don't have it. But if you have Jiffy, you're like, this is Jiffy. You're like, this. You're like, no one can give you Jiffy and act like they made it. You can't act because Jiffy is so specific. And also, I prefer that it not be in a pie tin, but in a muffin tin. I prefer to put a cornbread muffin over to my plate versus cutting up the triangle. It just feels nice on the plate. Well, my mom would cook it in a circle, and you cut it in triangles.
Got it.
Because we weren't making. There are only 3 of us, so we were not making giant pans of cornbread.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm not a fan of collard greens. I don't like collard greens. I don't get it. I don't like it. It's just like warm green. I don't like collard greens. Never. It's just not for me.
You're doing this thing that I've noticed happens a lot in restaurants. And someone pointed out to me, a Black person pointed out to me, and now I cannot unsee it. A lot of times when a Black person at the restaurant doesn't like something and you ask them why, they don't articulate why. They'd be like, and then they'll boil down to one final word and they'll go, it's just nasty.
It's nasty.
And I'm like, I need to know, is it salty? Is it cold? Is it like what specifically is it about?
It's mushy. It's just like mushy together, and it's like
it's a texture problem.
I don't eat warm green food.
So it's a texture thing.
How about I eat like a warm spinach? I've had like a warm spinach salad. I think that's good, but greens, and they're tough. No, I'm not greens.
I mean, I don't like collard greens either. And my family apparently makes great collard greens. I can't vouch for them because I don't like them.
Have you ever tried them?
But I was thinking this. Say again?
Have you ever tried them?
Yeah, of course. Imagine if I didn't like them, I never tried them.
Some foods, I'm just like looking at a texture thing. I'm like, I'm not gonna eat it. Like mussels, I'm like, I'm just not interested in that because they look like oysters.
If there's something I never tried, I'm not interested in, I'll say I've never tried it, but I wouldn't say I don't like it. I'll be like, I don't know, I've never had it. It doesn't speak to me. But yeah, my family apparently makes great collard greens. I don't find them great because I don't like collard greens personally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I do love a good neck bone.
Like the neck of the chicken or the turkey?
I think it's the neck of a cow.
Oh.
I think it's the neck of a cow. But there isn't a lot of, thank you, Jacob. But there isn't a ton of meat on it. So it's very little meat on the neck bone. Very little meat. So you can't get a whole lot of what it is, but when you get it, it tastes really good.
Got it.
And you know what I never see on Thanksgiving? Barbecue. I love barbecue.
No, I don't. There's no barbecue on Thanksgiving. Barbecue, no. There's no space for that at Thanksgiving.
But I want to see barbecue on Thanksgiving. I do. Mm-hmm. You ever had a deep fried turkey?
No. But we need to stop acting. Turkey meat is not great. We need to stop acting like turkey meat is great.
The truth is,
it's not.
Chicken meat is not great. Like, no one's eating chicken for the taste of chicken. You're eating chicken for the taste of what they put on it. Like, for example, there are people who eat steak because they like steak. They want the steak. They want a little bit of seasoning on it, but they want to eat that fucking steak. Yeah. The same thing with mussels and certain fish. But when it comes to chicken, who just loves the taste of chicken? Who's like, chicken is that? Like, there are a lot of people in the world who would eat an unseasoned steak. I don't think there are many folks who would eat an unseasoned piece of chicken.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And turkey is similar to that, but drier and thicker.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of turkeys. You know, in Vermont there are more turkeys than people.
I did not know that.
In Vermont, there are more turkeys than people.
Interesting fact.
Yeah, and there are more.
In New York, there are more brown mice than people.
Is that a real, or are you just saying things?
That's real.
And in Vermont, there are more lesbians than turkeys.
So lesbians aren't people?
Not in Vermont.
That's in Bernie Sanders' state. Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders. What's one of your most memorable Thanksgivings you ever had?
One of the most memorable Thanksgivings I had? I don't know. I think the one that we had at your house was pretty memorable, actually, with you and your fleet of pies.
And Patty's mom.
And Patty's mom, and us playing Quiplash, and Bob and I just putting it with the N-word in as many times as we can. And the first time I came, she was like, "Oh my Lord."
Melinda Minor. That was a really fun one, and we had there was one straight guy there. We made him carve the turkey, and he was not good at it.
Evan. Well, also y'all, Bob just brought. We're like, oh, he's like, I need like a turkey carver. So then Bob, which again is what it is for. What the turkey carver Bob brought out is the one he used to make his fucking hip pads. I'm like, this just feels inappropriate.
I watched it.
So what? This is what I'm talking about. Everything has a purpose. For me, I would just no, I don't have one.
So we're not eating turkey.
You think that a turkey carver is the only way to carve a turkey?
It's the best and fastest way.
Yeah, but there are other ways. We were looking for efficiency. We're just looking to just get the job done.
Also, the guy didn't know how to carve turkey. Evan did not know how to carve a turkey. So now we're going to give him a butcher's knife and a big fork. He already said he don't know what he's doing. I just put it through the washing machine. And also...
The washing machine? You threw it in the washing machine? That's crazy.
I did actually have a washing machine. I meant the dishwasher.
I just threw it in the washing machine.
You know I never used that dishwasher until Jacob moved in.
What, did you wash everything by hand?
Everything by hand.
Right.
And then one day Jacob was like, you should use the dishwasher. I was like, use a dishwasher.
What? Well, I'm very sad we won't spend our Thanksgiving together this year, but I hope next year, can you and I start as platonic life partners a tradition next year to start spending our Thanksgivings together?
I've already started. I've invited you to several Thanksgiving. I invited you to this one, actually.
What you doing this one?
I'm going on a cruise. I invited you.
I couldn't go to that, Bob. I had plans with Andy.
I'm just saying I invited you. I invited Andy too, which is crazy.
Anyway, well, I hope you have a good Thanksgiving on your cruise. With y'all sad ass niggas fucking cruising in the holidays.
I'll be doing a show on Thanksgiving.
I'm happy for you.
And I'll be at sea with Roz Hernandez.
I like Roz Hernandez. She's fun. She didn't.
So if y'all are listening on the day this drops, I'm probably performing right now in the middle of the ocean.
Work.
In the middle of the ocean.
I love you very much. And the next time I see you, Thanksgiving will be over.
Get you some of these. You need some of these for Thanksgiving, y'all. Don't do Thanksgiving without your Tums.